Let's make a basket using t-shirt yarn. So I like to use the scraps in my t-shirt yarn to make a multicolor basket. It's a great way to use up scraps when you don't have enough to make a whole project. So it's really good. As you can see, the inside is a little messy and the outside is kind of fun. So the most important thing and the hardest part of this basket is the bottom, which is the circle. So if you don't know how to do a circle, we're going to start with a magic ring. So there's many ways to do a magic ring, but I found this to be the easiest. You take your tail and you take the yarn that's coming from the ball of yarn and you loop it over so the loop is facing forward and the part that's coming from the yarn is on top. Then you're going to pick it up. You're going to hold it. I'm also using a 12 millimeter hook, and you're going to put it in there. You're going to hold it, and you're just going to, here, let's just get this, there we go. You're going to just put that inside there, and you're going to chain one, and there you have your magic ring, magic circle, whatever you want to call it. Okay, now to start the basket, we are going to do the bottom circle. Now you want to make sure when you're going to go over this tail so that you make sure you're crocheting over the tail. So we're going to do 10 single crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you could pull this a little tighter if it's getting too big. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Go. 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now you want to pull that tail to close up the circle. Pull it really tight. Yarn is very thick. Okay, so there we go. Let's get that in here so we don't see it. Now we're going to slip stitch into the top of that first single crochet that we did. So to close the circle, we're going to slip stitch. Let's tighten that a little bit. And slip stitch pulled through. Now for the first row, you're going to single crochet, but you're going to do 2 in each hole. Okay, so we start, get rid of that tail. We start with the same hole that we're in, the one that we just slip stitch into. So we're going to do a single crochet, 1 and 2. Then we're going to do 2 single crochets and all the way around. 1, 2, 1, 2. I like to count 1, 2. Just makes it a little easier for me. 1, 2, all the way around. 1, 2, keep going. 1, 2, almost at the end. 1, 2, there we go. 1, 2, and you can see this nice circle is forming. 1, 2. Now, if you make a mistake in the bottom, it doesn't really matter because it's the bottom of the basket. Okay, so now we did 2 in each. So we have this part here where it's a little flat. So that is part of where we started, the first single crochet that we did. So we're going to skip that, okay? And we're going to go into the top here and slip stitch to start the next row. So we're going to slip stitch and close off the circle. Okay, so now you have a nice circle. Later on you could pull this a little tighter to close that hole, or you could make less. We did 10 single crochets. You could do 8 if you want a smaller circle. Okay, so now we're going to increase again. So the first row we increased by doing 2 in each single crochet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, once again, where we slip stitch, we're going to start again. We're going to do a single crochet here. 1. Oops. Oh, sometimes it gets a little bit. Here we go. Okay, let's do this again. Here we go. Okay, single crochet. There we go. Whoops, a little tricky there. Okay, so now we're going to start our increase every other. So we did 1, so we're going to do 1, 2, 1, 2. So 1 in this one, then the next one we're going to do 2. So 1, 2, or you could count 1, 2, 3 is what I like to do. So the next one will be 1, and then 2. So that's 2, 3. So I'm going to do this all the way around, and I will meet you at the end of this row. Okay, so I'm back. I am almost done with this next row here. So see, I'm at the very end here. You can see. So I just did my 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to slip stitch. See, we're not going to use this flat part. That's how you know you're at the end. Then I'm going to slip stitch over here to join. Okay, so now we have a nice size base. I think this is good. So we've done 1, 2, 3 rows. If you want to do another row to make the base bigger, you would increase again. So this last row we did 1 single crochet and then 2. So we did 1, 2, 1, 2. What you would do next time is you would do 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. So you do single crochet, and then the next hole you do 2 single crochets. So it's 1, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So however you want to do it. Okay, so now we're going to start doing the side of our basket. So there's no more increases now. So the key here is we're going to chain 1, and we're going to crochet a single crochet all the way around, just 1 in each space, but we're going to do the back loop only. See, if you could see the top of the V's right here, and then this is the back loop. This is the front loop, and this is the back loop, but we're going to go in the back loop only. So we're going to go all the way around, just single crochet in each one, and that's going to give us the side of our basket. So I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to single crochet in the back loop. See, I'm only going into the back loop, which is the back of that V, and I will meet you at the other side. Okay, so I'm almost at the end. I've done single crochets in the back loop only of my round, so I'm almost near the end. So I'm coming up to that last. So we have this one, and then we have this flat part here, which we're not going to go into. We're going to slip stitch into this top of this one right here. See, and now you have the forming of your basket. So you have the bottom, and the reason we do in the back loop, it gives it like a little ridge for the bottom, so then when you do your side, it stands up. So we're going to go around, we're going to chain 1, always chain 1, and then we're going to go right back into that first hole, and we're just going to single crochet all the way around, and we're going under the V's this time. We're going through both loops. So we're going to single crochet all the way around, and I'm going to do that, and I will meet you at the end of this row. Okay, so I'm finishing my round here on this row, and you could clearly see where the next row begins. If you get confused on where the next row starts, you could clearly see that this is low here, and then it goes up high here, and that's where you're going to start the next row. So let's continue our single crochets. I'm almost out of this gray heather, and I'm going to show you how to change colors. Okay, so we're going to go there, and then we're not going to do that last stitch right here because we want the bowl to not flare out. We want it to go straight up. So we're going to slip stitch up here, slip stitch is just pulling this is right through, it's slipping it right through. And then we're going to chain 1. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to single crochet all the way around. And I'm almost out of yarn, but I'm going to continue, but when I'm ready to change the yarn, I'm going to come back and show you how to change colors. So keep going and I'll meet you around then. Okay, so I'm almost out of my gray. So because this is a basket and it doesn't have to be fancy, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie my next color in a knot here. I'm going to pull it through. And I'm going to keep the tail because I think that's kind of interesting when you're making a basket, especially out of scraps, and it makes it more fun. But you could trim these really close so you don't see it. So now I'm just going to continue my single crochet around. And you can see the color is just going to change. Just going to pull it through. And I'm just going to keep going. Okay, I'm going to continue. And I'm going to meet you at the end of this round. Okay, I'm almost at the end. Again, I'm going to just do my last single crochets. And I'm not going to do that last one. I'm going to slip stitch over here. Even it up. Now, you can see how this basket is forming. It's forming quite nicely. And then you could go up as high as you want or as low as you want. This could be a little basket for, I don't know, trinkets, your keys, when you come home, put them by the door, or some jewelry, you want to put it in there. But you can go in high or low as you want. But I'm going to stop here because this is just the basics. So you could just keep going. And I'm just going to show you now how to end when you want to end it. So you slip stitch to the row to even it out. Then all you do is you chain 1. You take your scissors and you cut it. You pull it out and you tighten it, and then you could just weave in the ends. But that's it. That's basically how to do your basket. You want to tighten this a little bit. So the hardest part really is the circle and getting the circle right with the increases. And I love working with t-shirt yarn because it's a way to recycle and upcycle things that you're not using anymore. If you want to know how to make your own t-shirt yarn, please check at the end of this video. I will have a little pop-up which shows how to make the t-shirt yarn. Anyway, so that's it. That's a basket. I hope you liked it. I hope you found it easy and informative. And if you like this, please like, subscribe, and feel free to share it. Happy crocheting!